What makes a person of interest?
I can go any way I want to go, but I need to lead with the belief. See, if I only had just a second, this is what I believe, this is what you should do, would you be interested? Or I could go, this is what I believe, here's examples of people we've done it for. What would stop you from moving forward with me? Boom. See, this is as much for you as it is for them. A lot of people think the explanation of value is for what, like a script. It's not a script. It's a set of beliefs to determine, do you want to partner with someone or not? So let me give you one more. I believe all conflict happens when two people don't believe the same things. See, I believe work is a distribution channel for talent. I believe if you find your voice in life and your talent in life, then work becomes your mission, not a paycheck. What's the first thing I said when I came out on the stage you saw me say? Man, I'm Coach Burt. I believe what? Everybody needs a coach in life. I believe a good coach will have conversations with you don't want to have, make you do things you don't want to do, help you become something you didn't think you could become. And then I asked the question, how many of you in here have ever had a good coach? What did I know at that moment?
Who's worked with you and who hasn't?
Yes. I also knew who has had a coach in their life.
I know why I bought you 4 books and signed up without knowing what I signed.
There you go. Yeah. See, because you believe the same things I do.
It happened fast too. I was like,
yeah.
I'm in.
So here's the deal. That's all selling is. We believe the same things. We're really partnering. See, a contract is just a covenant between two people that need each other. Right? This exchange is I can't help you go do what you've got to do and use my skill set until we're in some kind of agreement with each other. That's all it really is. So selling is not I'm trying to convince you. See, this is a big shift for a lot of people. I'm not trying to convince you to hire me as your coach. I'm going to say this is what I believe. This is why I believe it. This is what I can help you do. You make up your mind if you want me to be your coach or not. You follow me? And there is no such thing as rejection, by the way. If you don't want it, it's okay. Some will, some won't. So what? Therefore, I'm not rejected. The people who didn't buy my coaching that day didn't hurt my feelings. The people who are supposed to be here. I did a workshop the other night, and the dude he was just embarrassed because he couldn't get a lot of people there. He's like, I'm so sorry, and I know you came a long way. It's like, man, the people who are supposed to be there will be there. I don't care if it's 3 people or 100 people. You follow me?
Yes.
I've signed a $450,000 contract with 2 people at a workshop. Right? So I don't care. It doesn't have to be 100 people. Here's what's funny. I did the first event out in California, and there was 300 people. The second event was 50 people, and I think we will actually do more business out of the 50-person group than the 300-person group. So I don't look at it like, oh my, it's got to have all these numbers. I look at it as who wants to be in the room with us. I can't control your response. I can only control my stimulus. What is the stimulus? How many people do I talk to per day? How many outbound efforts do I make? How many follow-ups do I have? How many text messages do I send? Okay, now, how many of you have been called by someone that didn't have something valuable to say? They don't have a good explanation of value. How many of you seen people do videos on Facebook that didn't have anything to say? You know why? This is what you should be saying. This gives you something to say. Now, how many of you can see how this is kind of changing the way you sell? If you don't get anything else from today, the explanation of value would be a game changer for you. This decommoditizes you. Okay? I'm looking at a real estate agent down in Florida to represent me on buying a house. And he was a referral. So I called him and I said, man, what's your story? You know, it's going to be a big transaction. And just tell me who you are. He said, Coach, I believe in luxury without the ego. He said, I was raised in Alabama, tough father, played sports my whole life. I get up every day and go get it. Most of these agents here show up in flip-flops and shorts. They're not serious. They're part-time people. And I believe you do not want somebody representing you on a $3 million deal that ain't that serious. And when he said, I believe in luxury without the ego, I'm like, you're my guy.
He must have taken your course.
He didn't. But I was like, that's good. Right? Because I'm a luxury without the ego guy. See, I believe in work ethic. I believe in showing up. I believe in not whining. I believe in always over-delivering on what you promise. You see where I'm going? When he said that, I'm like, that's my guy. Out of all those agents, there's 4,000 agents there, by the way, in that little stretch of area. I'm like, that's the dude I want representing me. Okay? Now, if you get this part right, you will know immediately. You will quit having to chase, try to convince. You will say, this is what I believe. Are you in or out?
That's the part. You have to be ready to.
You have to be ready. Yes. Because if not, you're just going out there trying to sell. Let me tell you this. Let me say this.
Low value activity.
It's very low value activity. So how many of you have chased somebody for a long time only to figure out they didn't believe the same things you do? Do you know one thing I look at in a person? How they handle conflict. See, I believe it is the learner's responsibility to extract maximum value from the teacher. See what I'm saying? So when I get into a coaching program, it's up to me to get the maximum value out of that program. The teacher shows up and teaches. The learner shows up to learn. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Because I hear people whine, oh, you didn't say this, or you didn't do that, or I'm like, come on, man. Grow up. It's your responsibility to show up and do it, right? Because that's a belief I have. I believe how you handle conflict either opens the door to potential or closes the door to potential. Everybody with me? So if I'm ever in a situation where I'm not getting something that I thought I should be getting, I take responsibility for it. I call and I go, you know what? It's not quite going the way I thought it was going to go. What can I do to make sure we maximize this, right?
Wow.
And they say, oh, we could do this. You could do this. We need to do this. You need to do that. And I'm like, see, I take responsibility, 100% responsibility.